Different subject, religion. I've heard you speak about religion before. And are all religions, religious leaders, people that were in alignment, speaking, aligned messages, and people hear it, and they're like, wow, that feels good, and they gain a following, and then as those people move in and out of the vortex, they make excuses and rules to get back in, and these religions become bigger than their original thought.
Well, you use the word all, and we can't do that.
Okay.
But we can say in many cases, in fact, even in the majority of cases, the basis of the religion did come from someone with powerful asking who managed to, as they were asking with great fervor, the solution began forming to the point that when they found themselves in absence of resistance, they had answers that were huge. And then they felt inspired with them and wanted to express them. One of the things that happens, and you'll notice it here today if you haven't already, we've been talking about this at the last several gatherings, is that here you come with at least some interest, as you described your first time, some interest, sometimes some skepticism, but some interest, or you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't pay the price of time and dollars and exposure to life if there weren't some interest. So here you are with your own vibration going on, and it's a variable to the person that you are. In other words, no two vibrations identical in any gathering. So here you are offering your vibration, but each of you, no matter who you are in your physical body or what's going on in your life, or for that matter, no matter what your current vibrational state of being is, you have a vortex of creation that you've been creating long before you even got here into this physical body, that you've added to enormously since you got here. You have a unique and powerful vibrational counterpart who is a perfect vibrational match to who we are and what we know. So here you are, and here we are standing as the representatives, the vibrational, verbal representatives of who you really are. Not just who you were before you were born into this body, but who you are as a result of all that you've become. We stand in the vibration of the fullness of who you are. So as you are kind enough or patient enough to sit and listen to us as we go on and on and on, expressing our point of view, expressing our point of view, which is your point of view, our point of view, which is your point of view, expressing our point of view, which is your point of view. Are you following it? As you listen for a while, you begin to feel resonance with who you are. And as we said at the beginning of this day, when you begin to feel that resonance with who you are, there's a satisfaction factor. When you come into alignment with who you are, you begin to feel more complete. You feel more clear-minded. We've been commenting. It's so interesting that we are talking out here on the leading edge. You said it yourself brilliantly. Every seminar goes beyond what the one before it was. Jerry and Esther say it's like the same group follows us from city to city, and we just keep expanding into another place and another place and another place. They have no idea what to do with all of this material. Every week there is more that is coming that is just knocking their socks off and blowing their hair back. And here you are, sometimes as new people and often as people who have been around for a while, right up to speed with the very last thing that we're saying, laughing in the right moment, getting ahas in the right moment, tuned in, tapped in, turned on, part of the process moving forward. Do you feel it happening to yourselves? Aren't you just knocked over by the brilliance of what's going on in your own mind as you're sitting here having this discussion with us? Can't you feel the alignment factor in all of that, you see? And so that's what goes on in those religions. In other words, someone gets tuned in. They're tuned in with the wholeness of who you are, and as they begin to express, people feel the satisfaction of that, you see. And of course, long after that inspired person is no longer around, then that energy, that connection is not the same thing. What's written in the books doesn't even come close to it. Jerry and Esther get emails all the time. Their books are in 30 more and more languages, and it's really a common email that they get. I speak English and this other language, and I read the book that has been translated, and it isn't what Abraham means. They hear it over and over and over and over and over again, because it's not only the words that are causing you to resonate with who you are. It's our knowing of who you are so clearly that while you are hearing these well-chosen words, you know it a bit better than you've ever known it before too. And that's why we're not excited about any religion that says it's this place, or it's this book, or it's this process, or it's these words. Because it's your source calling you home that is the religion that you're reaching for, you see. And we have to tell you, there are more people tuning into who they are in the sport arena than in most churches. So we can't say that all, but that's the reason. In other words, none of you need another to inspire you, because you have your own inner being who is calling you and will call you. And that's why no religion, no movement, no environment ever will hold you forever, even for all of the days of your physical life experience. You're expanding too much. In other words, because you keep creating your unique version. So what you've helped us to say, and we love saying it to you, each of you have your own unique individual religion of which you are the center and the source who is calling you home. And anybody else might be a momentary distraction or even inspiration to get you closer to it. But when you come into alignment with who you really are, nothing comes close to that knowledge of that alignment. Nothing comes close. And that's why we can say to you, you'll reach the place, and we love saying this to you, and we love knowing it about you, and we love even more your coming to know it about yourself. You're going to come into alignment with who you are, and everything that was before, which includes us, which includes these books, which includes this seminar, will be rendered unnecessary in relationship to the alignment that you've achieved with who you are. And that's our goal. In other words, that's what we want for you. We want you to acknowledge the existence of who you are, acknowledge the existence of the vortex that surrounds you, acknowledge the emotions that let you know the vibrational relationship that you have with who you are, and help you to understand that nothing, no church, no organization, nothing, no relationship with any other person will ever even come close to satisfying this relationship between you and all that you have become.
Do